Hello there, and welcome to Red Wolf Radio's new podcast, Everything Under the Sun, with junior CMP host Jarita Hess. Joining us today on EUS is Tina Huang, sophomore creative media production major at Arkansas State University. Tina is a 20-year-old Chinese international student who came to get her college bachelor's at ASU from her freshman year. Tina hailed from Guangzhou.
Oh, also, it's not a town, it's a city.
It's a city?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Guangzhou. Tina is a 20-year-old Chinese international student who came to get her college bachelor's at ASU from her freshman year. Tina hailed from Guangzhou, a small city near Hong Kong, which is over a baffling 8,000 miles from our own little slice of heaven. It must have been a huge change and an even bigger challenge to acclimate to all the newness. New surroundings, new expectations, and a ton of new people. I can't say I wouldn't be scared witless if I was in this situation, so it's a huge honor to have Tina on the show today to tell us all about her experiences as an international student in a foreign country. Tina, can you tell us a little bit about your early childhood?
Hello everyone, my name is Tina. In my childhood, I spent a lot of time on studying school and learning piano. And at free time, I also like to swimming with my friends.
What were some popular things among kids your age at the time?
When we was a kid, we enjoyed to play the games in the playground or the kindergartens, and sometimes we were playing on the slides.
What were some of your favorite things? Maybe food, activities?
You know, in China, there's a lot of different tastes from different regions. My favorite food is from Guangzhou and Shanghai. The difference between these two cities is Guangzhou's taste is lighter and Shanghai taste is sweet. But dishes in Sichuan, their hotspot is spicy and also tastes really good. As what I said before, during my free time, I would like to play the piano to release my pressures, and I have been learning piano for 10 years. Also, I like to ride bike and swimming.
Oh, I like a lot of those kind of things too. But how long did you live in China?
I have lived in China since I was born and lived there until I came to America. I think I lived there for 18 years.
As a child, did you ever previously think about coming to America?
Actually not, but I have a lot of different foreign teachers come from different countries. So sometimes they will tell us about what experience study abroad and what experience live in the abroad. Sometimes I will think, will I go to another country for study in the future? But when I was a child, I am not sure.
Well, if you didn't originally think that maybe you were going to end up here, how did you end up coming to ASU specifically? Was it your school?
It's my school. During the high school, I need to study the TOEFL and pass the requirement from the A-States, because our high school have the project with the A-State. So after we graduate, and we can come here. But when we are in junior high school, we need to attend high school entrance examinations, and our high school has the requirement for our English scores. If we passed both English scores and overall scores, then we can attend these high schools.
Do you know how many kids at your school got to do it?
In our class, there are almost half or our class made the university entrance requirements, but for the whole school, I think it will be 20 people.
Oh, wow. So do you know anyone on campus from your school?
Yes, because I come here with my classmate.
How did you feel when you found out you were, coming here? Were you excited, nervous, maybe a little scared?
I'd be lying if I said it wasn't never at all. It's my first time came to study abroad, and it's only me and my classmates here. That means everything I need to complete by myself. Also, we need to use our second language to study and life. Be honestly, that is not an easy thing. At first time, we're afraid we cannot understanding what professors are talking about, and it's a little bit hard to understand when the professors speak fast. And like the beginning, we come here, we have the trouble to open account in the bank because there are a lot of words is different what we learn, and we are nervous too.
I'd be extremely scared. I'd probably be crying all the time. But you seem like you've done extremely well. How did your like family, friends, any peers like feel about your decision to come here?
My parents and my family inspired me to study abroad because it can broaden my horizons and learn different countries' cultures. Also can help me be more outgoing and improve my self-confidence. My friend and peers are surprised because they think maybe they don't think I will come to other countries to studies for the university.
Are you liking it here?
Of course, all the professors here are kind, and if we have some troubles for the assignment or our life, they will give some advice for us. Also, the classmates is very happy to help others people. Like last time, you teach me how to use the microphone to connect with the cameras when I first time used that. So I think people here is very nice.
I'm glad. I'm glad. Such a huge compliment. Are there any specific things you've noticed like you really enjoy about being here?
I enjoyed my travel here. I will be able to travel with my friends every vacations. We have been to Los Angeles, Houston, and St. Louis. I really like travel and know the different history and cultures from different regions. Also, the landscape.
I love traveling too, so I probably would have loved like this experience just for the travel too. Honestly, as a Chinese international student, there must be some huge gaps between what your life was like before and what it is now. Not to mention the amount of challenges adjusting to life here. Did you find acclimating to the gap between your lives there and here easy or hard?
I think relatively it's easy to adapt. But the only things we need to adapt is there's not a lot of types of food and tastes are different. Because there are a lot of things that Westerners do not eat, but Chinese is very popular, like the chicken feet, and I'm not sure, do you know the preserved eggs?
Yes, is it like the
Oh,
100-year-old eggs? I've seen
yes.
videos of those, and I've also seen videos like the chicken feet. I've never eaten either one, and I'm not sure that I would if I could because it seems like it looks a little, but it like seems really cool and like I do wish we had a broader like area of restaurant choice or food choice here in Jonesboro. Because a lot of people here that I know have to travel all the way to West Memphis to go to the huge Asian food market because a lot of this stuff you can't get here.
Yes, it's hard to buy the Asian food here. So every time if we want to buy something, we need to go to Memphis. And I think it's the one thing we need to adapt here.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, it seems like the clubs and organizations on campus, like the Chinese student organization, they hold a lot of those kind of like make dumpling with me nights. So that's honestly really cool that y'all are trying to like help other people, bring other people into your fold. I mean, I love dumplings. So, I know like I said earlier, the Chinese student organization, there's so many diverse clubs and organizations like that represent various groups on campus. Have you found like a lot of representation that has helped you to acclimate to the campus?
Yes, I joined the Chinese student organizations in A State, and every semester we will host events. And after events, I need to activate the videos to recording what happens at that time. So, I think it can be used what I learned into practice.
If you guys want to look into the Chinese student organization a little bit more, you can follow their handle at CSO. I think it's CSO organization on Instagram. Tina has her most recently posted Chinese New Year video on there with a feature from yours truly. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely go look them up. But I'm happy that you've been finding the experience here well because I really enjoy your company. I'm happy that you're enjoying it here. So you definitely say that Arkansas is treating you well?
Yes, as I said before, the peoples here is really nice, and Arkansas' environment landscape is beautiful. Also, the university, the landscape is good.
I mean, I do hear from a lot of people that our campus and like just like Arkansas in general is really pretty. I think it's probably just because we're like a more agricultural based state, so there's a lot of greenery. But anyways, is it a big challenge getting used to life here? Between your life here and your life previously in China, can you tell us like some noticeable differences, maybe about school, shopping, food, laws?
Um, Life Life here is also convenient because the supermarket is not far away from here and is some good restaurant nearby it. But the difference between China, I think, is the payment for the shopping. In China, we can use the WeChat to pay the money, and what we need to what we need to do is open the applications and scan the QR code. The type of the number of sorry, one more time. No, life here is also convenient because the supermarket is not far away and there are some good restaurants nearby. I think the most different from I think the most different between China and here is the type of payment because in China we can use our WeChat to pay the item what we want. We don't need to bring the cash and the credit card when we go outside. We just need to open the application and scan the QR code, then type the number for the item, and the money will directly go to the account. So it's really convenient, and sometimes in China we will have the non-man supermarket, which means there are no staffs and no people there. If you want to buy something, you just take it and pay the money, then you can leave. So this is different between China and America, I think.
Yeah, I've heard about like unmanned like convenience stores or gas stations or like restaurants coming to America, but I can't say that I think it's actually gonna like happen or become prevalent. You know, a lot of people when they draw similarities between China and America, they put China, you know, really technology based, pretty advanced. America is definitely like a face to face kind of communication place. But also another note, you know, China, you know, I feel like, but you know, another thing is like, I don't think those kinds of unmanned places would really hit off in America too well because the crime rate here compared to China is astronomical to say the least. Would you like say like that's a huge difference you notice between the two places? You know, China's laws and allowances compared to America must seem like really different, especially with a lot of stuff that's happening in America recently.
The most different is in America, people can use gun, but in China, our law require us cannot use the gun for the anytime. Only the police or only the police can use that. Yes, so I think that's why some people say China is more safety. Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. We've been struggling with that issue for a while now. I doubt it'll be solved soon. But, you know, I know you're staying here to get your full degree, your full bachelor's at ASU. Do you think you're going to be returning to China after you graduate?
Maybe I will have the part time after I graduate, and I'm not sure will I take the graduate degree in the future in America or in another countries, but for the work and for the future, I will go back to China.
Well, we'll definitely miss your company. Let's give a huge thanks to today's sponsor, Body Armor Hangover Relief, and an especially special thanks to our guest today, C&P sophomore Tina Huang, or as it's literally pronounced,
Huang Tianyue.
Oh, so pretty, guys, isn't it? Come back next time for an even cooler episode with guests from Adult Swim's Family Guy with your host, Dorita Hess, on Red Wolf Radio's podcast, Everything Under the Sun.